This is episode 534. And today we're going to be investigating how to increase your mental fitness. Now, mental fitness plays a big part in your mental strength. So we're going to look at some ways of increasing your mental fitness. Now, these are not the only ways. And again, many of these podcasts are here just to spur some creativity, some imagination into increasing your mental fitness, increasing your mental strength, increasing your confidence. By all means, there are so many ways out there. But again, this is just something that maybe you have overlooked and potentially can embrace. And so have you ever noticed you don't feel quite as mentally sharp when you do the same mundane things day after day, right? It kind of gets boring, you get drowsy, you don't pay attention to it. Well, this is actually physically true. If you use your brain for new tasks, it gets sharper. And this is part of neuroplasticity, right? When we learn something new, when we do something new, there's new connections made in the brain. And when there's new connections, we have new resources and our brain stays healthier and younger. So learning, your mental fitness is important in your mental health, your physical health, and all aspects of your health. Our brains have an ability to actually change structure and physiology in response to new stimulus and challenges, right? And that's the plasticity of the brain. It actually changes. A long time ago, I thought that, what you learned by 18 or 16, that was it. But neuroscience has shown that, the brain is an awesome muscle and organ, whatever, and you can actually keep it fit and keep it healthy and change it and rewire it. To give your mind this kind of food for growth, try some of these suggestions I'm about to go through. And again, these are not all encompassing. These are just some fun ways that you can include when you're commuting, if you're not driving, or in some other ways. So let's take a look at them. 1, play mental games. No, not mental games with your significant other or the person you're dating. Don't play those mind games. These are mental games like crossword puzzles, brain teasers, mazes, Sudoku. And other puzzles are all effective ways to challenge your mind. There's so many organizations that have online games that can help you concentrate, that can help you focus, that can help you change. There are so many free apps out there. It's wonderful. There's no reason why trying some mental games isn't possible. So try something new and really give your brain a workout. Even the occasional video game has something to offer, right? This is, even if you're not into video games, you think they're stupid, they do have something to offer depending on the content of it. But again, we want to look at challenging the mind. There's games like, the old card game I used to play was concentration, right? Where you flip over all the cards and you flip them over and you try to match the two pairs, the ace and the ace, and you take it away. So there's so many ways to just have some fun with this. Have a game night with you and your family or you and your significant other, and have a game night and just play some of these games that will help stimulate your mind. Exercise regularly. I don't think there's been a podcast in the past 2 months where I haven't promoted some sort of physical activity to increase confidence, to increase self-esteem, to increase something. And again, this plays a big role in your mental fitness because moving your body during exercise accomplishes so many things. The brain is forced to send stronger impulses to your muscles when moving against resistance. So when you're sitting still, the impulses are kind of weak because you don't need to have, big movements. But when you're lifting something, when you're doing something specific in the terms of fitness, your brain has to send stronger signals. The coordination required and the use of muscles not normally used both changes the brain. If you go to the gym, just standing on a Bosu ball or standing on an uneven surface while you're doing a workout helps with your proprioception, meaning where are you in space, and this also helps with your balance. Now, this particular one that I'm just talking about is great as you mature in age, right? A lot of people lose their balance and That's because part of it is the brain isn't wired. They haven't had to balance and they lose it, and then when they have to, they don't have it. So doing those things can help as well. And the flow of blood and nutrients through the brain is increased. So physical activity, and it doesn't have to be CrossFit. It can be yoga. It can be just a boot camp. It can be outside rollerblading. It could be something, but just exercise rate. It could be climbing. It could be hiking. But do something different. And if you do something, let's say you're out hiking, well, then try to walk on rocks one leg at a time to help your balance and help your stability. And obviously be careful when you do this, but make sure that you balance regularly across these things. Play music, or actually play a musical instrument. So learning a new musical instrument is a great way to challenge your mental fitness and also your patience. This is particularly true for someone who has never played a musical instrument before, and I mean something more than a kazoo, right? We're looking at playing a guitar, playing the piano, playing the flute, playing something that has been maybe on your wish list. Oh, I would love to learn how to play whatever it might be, the violin. Pick it up and start. Start by playing a musical instrument, and you will notice how you start thinking differently as you progress. If you don't quit, which I hope you won't, but as you progress through playing the instrument, things will come to you. It's just amazing. This would be also the same true with learning a foreign language. Those help your brain think differently. Meditate your way to mental fitness. Meditation challenges your brain by creating a new mental state. It's relaxing, plus it teaches your mind the ability to focus, which is a huge task for most of us. Meditation is a great way to improve your mental fitness. Now, I look at meditation as a generic term, just like exercise. Do you exercise? Somebody says, yes. Well, what do you do? Well, I do F45. I do CrossFit. I work out. I do yoga. All those are exercises. Meditation to me is very much the same way. There are different forms of meditation. But the key here is what I'm trying to emphasize is the process of sitting still, closing your eyes. Zen meditation sits with your eyes open at a blank wall. But let's just say you're sitting still, closing your eyes, and observing your breath and observing your thoughts. Now you can use relaxing music. Baroque music is really good for this. Very quiet music, but make sure the music is without lyrics, because the lyrics will pick you and take you someplace. So when you can focus on your breathing, focus on your thoughts and not latch onto them and let them just go by, this will really help you focus, and it will help your mental fitness, and you will also creating new neural pathways. So meditation is an awesome, awesome way to help with your mental fitness. Read something new every day. Reading is a complicated mental process that requires processing information quickly, presuming that we're reading at a higher than a first grade level. Try reading something new that interests you. You'll get the added benefit of novelty, enhance your brain function, and learn something as well. This could be science fiction, or it could be fiction or fact. It could be a biography. But reading something new, especially with new words that you really should look up in the dictionary, that all adds neural pathways to your brain. So if you read something new about the same subject over and over again, so let's just say you're an investor, and you do options, and you keep reading about options, pretty soon that might get boring. So maybe you switch from options to Forex. Maybe you switch to Bitcoin or cyber money, whatever that might be, but try reading something new on a different topic of a similar interest, and you'll see how this really works with your mental fitness as well. Challenge your memory. Each day, take a minute and try to remember the previous day. Like, what did you have for lunch? What happened at work? Try to remember what you did last weekend. What happened last Christmas? And back to the mind games and concentration, this was a great way to do both. Use the mind game and concentration. So you take your deck of cards, you put them upside down, you flip one and then the other, and if you get a match, you take those cards off, and whoever wins, the person who wins has the most cards. But this is a way to challenge your memory. There are many, many other games. So there's a lot of electronic games out there, a lot of apps that can challenge your memory and your mind game. Great, great fun. And I will say that the younger you are, the more fun you'll have with it. Some matured individuals don't want to do it because they don't want to feel like they're losing their edge. So they'll avoid facing the truth. Well, I would say face the truth and then work on it by challenging your memory through activities and through games. Watch less TV. I mean, you'll be amazed at how much better you feel in every way if you watch less TV. You can do so many things to improve your mind and your body that you'll never get around to if you're watching too much TV. Now, how much is too much TV? There's research on it, but think about how many hours you spend in front of what's called the idiot box, or the boob tube it used to be called, and it's called that for a reason. But think of how many hours that you have spent every single day in front of that, and what you could have been doing differently to improve your life. So those are some ways to help improve your mental fitness. Your mental fitness doesn't have to decline dramatically as you age. As a matter of fact, the key is to expose yourself to new and challenging experiences on a very regular basis. So break up your routine and try something new. Do something new that makes you really think is even better, right? Turn off the TV, work on a crossword puzzle, get an app out, download it on your phone, play with that for the time that you would be watching a show. Take up a guitar. Try a physical activity that's new to you. Ballroom dancing, something, right? Anything like that. There's a lot of ways to improve your mental fitness. And you can get started today. It really is easy. It's simple as going to the App Store, look for concentration games, for mind games, download it, and just start. You can start it today. While you're on there, bump over to warriormindcoach.com if you want to see the show notes or more information, or even request an introductory consultation. And please follow me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest under Warrior Mind Coach.